us on where things are going, are still hiring quite a bit in AI, in developer jobs, and really across the board to build. And you obviously do need demand.
Fair enough. Ron, it's good to talk to you this morning. I would love to talk to you even more. Really, actually, we didn't even get to dig into some of the other details. Here we are just talking about the spending, was just the sort of the overhang. But you're right. Some of the other results have been just sort of breathtaking in terms of just the growth of the revenue piece, especially because people had thought that so much of it actually might get impacted on the other side of all this.
It's amazing how quickly things have turned. You know, Google was the AI loser, so to speak, in 22, 23, 24. Here we are, 25. They have a real product, and now in 26, that product's going to start changing how we act and move online. And so, how we use internet, how we use websites, how we use apps are going to change completely. And Google is in the pilot seat right now.
All right. Thanks so much. It's nice to see you.
Thanks, Andrew. Likewise.
All right, when we come back, the head of one of the country's largest law firms stepping down amid the Epstein Files scandal. We have the details right after a break. Plus, we will bring you the latest results from Snapchat parent Snap. Shares of that company rising sharply this morning. Stay tuned, you're watching Squawk Box, and this is CNBC.
Over the next 20 plus years, $124 trillion will be transferred, with more than 81% going to spouses and heirs. So how should you prepare? I'm John Schuman, partner and head of wealth transfer at Corient. Advisors are skilled at recommending specific estate and wealth transfer strategies tailored to meet your family goals in a tax and cost-efficient manner. There are a lot of considerations for the successful transfer of wealth, and it's never too early to get professional advice. Contact Corient today.
Only the ServiceNow AI platform makes all your tech work together. Any system, any workflow.
Any AI?
Yeah.
Any cloud?
Yes.
Any data source? The man said anything.
Any moved brand? Yeah. Yeah. Don't be shy. Minimal.
Youth mental health is a complex challenge that requires comprehensive solutions. We must strengthen after-school programs. We must make digital literacy tools available in our schools. We must work with mental health professionals to support children. And we must empower mentors, educators, and parents to keep kids happy. Learn more about our commitment to finding lasting solutions at empowerourfuturecoalition.com/solutions. Paid for by the Coalition to Empower Our Future.
Banting. Yo.
Final phase 3 trial for metastatic breast
Banting.
cancer, offering patients cutting-edge immunotherapy with a novel platform technology.
Like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit that like button up. Assessing the market.
Cancer care. Pre-Cell.
When I started Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy-looking logo. But GoDaddy Aero does, with its magical AI powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
This is Mia. She's got big plans for her business to make a splash. And she needs the right partner to make it happen. U.S. Bank Business Bank.
What's up, Cloud? What's up, Cloud? I see us 16 people in here. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
The world knows this, but kids are expensive. And we found out we were pregnant. Of course, we were looking for any ways to slash bills.
Watching financial market news. Getting ready for my trading day. Watching financial market news. I'm in my bed. I'm in my bed watching financial news.
Just added to what we could repurpose for our daughter.
Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
Like and subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
But getting them shouldn't have to be complicated. Spectrum Reach makes it easy by giving advertisers a combination of insights.
Hit the like button, guys. Like and subscribe. Stock Market Savage. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Our data-driven solutions can help you connect with the right customers and get real results from your advertising.
I appreciate the compliment.
Visit SpectrumReach.com to advertise today.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time. And she'd buy the same gifts over and over. Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard. At first we had our cries, but then
I appreciate this. I appreciate you.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together. It's so important.
Thank you for subscribing. Everybody that subscribes to the channel, I appreciate you. Tell everybody else to come over and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Stock Market Savage.
The chairman of a major corporate law firm, Paul Weiss, resigning his post amid fallout over emails between him and notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The emails were among millions of Epstein-related documents released last week by the Justice Department. Now, earlier this week, Paul Weiss said its chairman, Brad Karp, had attended 2 group dinners in New York and had what it called a small number of social interactions by email with Epstein, which the firm said Karp regretted. Now, in a statement, Karp said, recent reporting has created a distraction and has placed a focus on me that is not in the best interest of the firm. He will, though, continue to work at Paul Weiss, though not in that chairman role. And here's the interesting part. This is like the takeover is now fully complete here. Scott Barchet, who had been the chair of the firm's corporate department, was appointed chairman. And the reason this is interesting is Scott Barchet had worked at Cravath for a very long time, was brought over on a lateral move, effectively. I don't know, in the legal world they call it lateral. He's probably the biggest rainmaker at the firm, but he was the lawyer at the firm who really pushed for the settlement with the Trump administration at the very beginning of the administration's term. And Brad Karp ultimately went along with it. And they were the first law firm to agree to this, which then led to all the other law firms to agree with it.
You have a nice morning or night.
There were a number of lawyers who left Paul Weiss because of that decision. And so the whole thing is that it's fascinating just to see sort of the drama playing out inside this firm, Paul Weiss. We don't talk about Paul Weiss so much because they're a private law firm that you can't, buy or sell the stock, but they have a huge influence in terms of just the way corporate America even approaches the world in so many ways.
So that didn't hold him back from getting to where he is now, I guess, settling with Trump. When push comes to shove, this is probably a bigger deal. Epstein.
For Brad Karp, this is a bigger deal. Yes.
I like the way it was phrased, though. What was it? It was a small number of social interactions by email. It's just crazy that in this day and age, that there's millions of pages about anybody. And B, that you just put in a name.
It's all his emails.
That's what I mean. And you guys showed me how to, I'm clueless over the weekend. I didn't check to see who was in there.
Everybody else was like searching on the search engine.
Exactly.
Look for my name, look for my spouse's names, look for everybody, all my friends, and then look for everybody I don't like.
I mean, I think I'd know if I met the sleazebag, but
it's weird. Like,
no one knew who.
That picture where you just happen to be standing.
I told you, I went to the Victoria's Secrets thing, and he was standing on. It is 1995.
What's up, Cassidy?
On him, you can see me in the background. No one knew who he was in but no one knew who he was in 1995. I was the last.
But interestingly,
I didn't know who he was in 2000.
Victoria's Secret was Les Wexner. Les Wexner was Epstein's initial.
Right.
I don't know if you want to call him Mark.
Thank God we all dodged that bullet, because any of us could have been, before the grace of God, could have been some, in our business in some way.
Yeah, no, I happily never knew him.
Which I can't believe, because you are Mr.
I never knew the man.
But you were a little bit young when he was really in his prime. I was like that could have been, I could have met him at that Victoria's Secret thing. And then, thank God. Profits and revenue topping estimates. The company also offering upbeat earnings guidance, announcing a $500 million stock buyback program. CEO Evan Spiegel will join Money Movers later this morning, which is on this network.
So that's what I do. I'm up in the morning taking an assessment of the market. You guys have to excuse me because it's first thing in the morning here. It's 6:20 a.m. And I had to wake up and check on a position. I'm trading a Forex futures position, trading the London session. And so it's the London session in futures and Forex right now. And I do trade the London session. And I run positions overnight. I will hold positions overnight over days, over weeks. And so yeah, I'm just in this contract, taking an assessment of the market, seeing what the professional analysts are saying about what's going on in the market, what's happening in the market right now, what's happening with the currency pairs, what's taking place on a global uh, on a global scale as far as it relates to currencies and futures and the forex pairs. All things that you need to know when you are a trader. Not so much, I don't think, if you're an investor, you're just buying and holding for the long term. You do need to know about what's going on with your assets. But as a trader whose objective it is to generate money out of the market as a living, yeah, you have to have those days where you either gonna do it at night before you go to bed, and you may do it at night before you go to bed and still get up in the morning and take an assessment of the market, you know, get you some market news in, see what the analysts are saying,
pay as little as $0 per dose. Ask your doctor.
see what the pros, the professional analysts, what's on their mind, what they're saying. And really just go from there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here taking an assessment of the market. Stock market savage. You know, I'm trying to build this portfolio up and scale this portfolio. I'm a new trader. I've been trading full time less than a year. I've only been trading full time since July of 2025. And so, yeah. Mm. Mm. Damn. At least I had some type of insight to put some to hedge myself and to short some assets. Just I just you know I just felt like something was
With
going to take
Amazon's
place.
ongoing talks to invest up to $50 billion in OpenAI. Separately on Amazon, the company announcing that CEO Andy Jassy will tap its vice president of worldwide selling partner services as a new technical advisor next month. That role is often referred to inside Amazon as the CEO's shadow advisor. Employees in that role typically go on to assume greater responsibilities at the company. In the early 2000s, in fact, Andy Jassy served as Jeff Bezos' shadow. Amazon is set to report fourth quarter earnings after the bell tonight.
You'd have to have a pretty good hope that you'd get to the top spot to agree to be called someone's shadow for a while.
Kind of cool. Everybody wants to do
No, you don't. Sounds like a total shadow.
that. Were you the shadow fetcher?
No, I don't want to be the shadow of
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan. That's a pretty good description. Coming up, no, you don't. Age doesn't do it. I was hoping that like this you could cross a Rubicon somewhere, but it never doesn't come with age. Again, details on the latest U.S. efforts to secure supplies of critical minerals. It's a sector currently dominated by China. But first, as we head to break, we'll look at yesterday's S&P 500 winners.
Where are you at? What country are you in where you would be able to do mining? Oh, you said you would do mining. Not my thing. And you know, so I was just watching that. So how long does this play out? You understand what I'm saying? This is something that I think about on the back end. How long and how deep will they be able to continue to dig into the earth and to take out the earth's minerals and different as you dig into the earth and beneath the earth and under the earth, you don't think that the earth's foundation shifts, tunnels under the earth, mines, minerals. They say they have a whole underground rail system underneath America that can go from the East Coast to California. So everything that's happening, if you think about it, with all of this modern technology and the build out in technology and everything that's going on in technology, how is it going to affect the earth? How is it going to affect the world? We already understand that you don't understand that these things that are happening and taking place are affecting the change on the weather regionally in different regions, in different countries, in different places. The weather is changing. In places where it was always warm is starting to be cold. Places that it never snowed is snowing, in places that it never used to snow before. Whether it's through global warming, sending space rockets into the sky, and the chemicals and the chemicals that are in the atmosphere from the fuel from the rockets. So when we shoot rockets into outer space, the fuel from the rocket blasters, from the engines and the chemicals that is coming to the atmosphere from the fuel that's burning from rockets being shot into outer space, that's not affecting the atmosphere, the air that we breathe. In an effort to have a more advanced technical society is all of this technology really needed? Do we need all of the technology that is being created? Hey, what's up, Explorer? Explorer with Hayes. You're in Pakistan. I'm sure it does take weeks and months, depending on the project, and years even. At sometimes it could take years. But the after effects of the drilling, the shifting the earth, and digging underneath the earth and into the earth, it's just, I don't know, you know. But at the end of the day, we need money. Money is a tool that we use to create a better life for ourselves. And, ultimately, we have to know what's going on with the markets, in the world's markets, to be able to protect our resources and our finances. This is just my personal opinion. I do not own the rights to the content that I feature in my live streams and some of my programming when that content is featured from other podcasters and from networks like CNBC, where I do utilize episodes of different CNBC financial programming. Like I said, look at the currencies. Gold and silver down. Bitcoin is down. NASDAQ futures is down. Ethereum is down. The yen is up. Euro pound is down 0.32%. S&P. So, like I said, I hope that if you are able to invest in your country, I believe that you should become an investor. People of the world should own shares in public companies if you are allowed to invest in your country, as we are allowed to be investors. If you have a capitalist society in your country that runs off of equities markets, and you can trade equities markets and you can trade currencies, then I would encourage you to learn how to invest, no matter what country you come from. If you have investment markets, I encourage you to learn how to invest, to learn how to take a percentage of the money that you earn and put that money to work for you where that money can generate you more income. And follow the markets, stay on top of your investments, and do your research and your homework on your assets, and stay on top of your assets. And stay tapped in with us. Like and subscribe. Tell everybody you know to come over and subscribe to the channel, and go check out my records. You know that I'm a record producer. We have records on Spotify, on Amazon, on Boomplay in Africa, in the different countries in Africa. Wherever you listen to music, if you like to work out, you can work out to the music. You can just chill, kick back, and relax. Santorio Hector, SANTORIOHECTOR, Santorio Hector, on all music platforms. And soon we will be releasing direct-to-consumer on even.biz. I encourage you to learn how to invest and change your life. Santorio Hector, self-taught investor, Cleveland record producer, also known as Stock Market Savage. Blessings, peace, and love. One love. And stay on top of the market, man. Stay on top of the markets.
Carl and Lena Khan, you don't think they had the implicit blessing of the Biden administration to do a lot of things?
Well, Joe, as you well know, President